Oh, that's great. Wonderful.
Good morning, one and all. Myself, Dr. Shubhangi V Panchal, on behalf of Dayanand Education Society's Dayanand College of Law, I heartily welcome our today's resource person for this national training on online training program on mediation and negotiation skills at workplace. At the same time, we have with us our principal in charge, Dr. G Laxman sir. He has joined us and all the teaching faculty today with the program, with the particular training program. Ma'am, we are also conducting a certificate course on alternate dispute resolution. And as a part of that certificate course also, we are having today's webinar for the students who have enrolled in the certificate course. So we are having the coordinator, Sheetal Gutte madam, with us also. All the faculty members have joined, as well as all the students of all the classes. We have are present in the seminar hall who are listening to all of us. So I welcome each and every one to this seminar. Today's national webinar we have arranged with the purpose that there are so many purposes basically which are for skill orientation. Today's legal education is not only a theoretical education, but for legal professionals and the law graduates to cope up with the competition in the outside world and give the optimum services to all the sectors. We need to have also, along with the theoretical knowledge, the skill enhancement. Various types of skills are there. And today, as the law has also made mediation and negotiation is one of the part of the legal system or alternative dispute resolution system, we need to equip our students with this mediation and negotiation skills also. And many career opportunities are also available with the mediation and negotiation. And hence, with this important purpose, and also to align our teaching and learning towards the new national education policy, which focuses on skill enhancement in the graduates. Along with that purpose also, we have arranged the today's webinar. I'm very happy to invite today's resource person, Viddulata Gawade madam. And we have been since 2 years, we have been in cooperation and coordination and collaboration with this mediation. We have received the guidance from madam 2-3 times before also. And we had a very great response, ma'am, for the previous seminar. And I hope this seminar also is I am very much certain that all the students and participants are going to enjoy and learn many more things from today's webinar. So I request our in-charge principal, Dr. G Laxman sir, to kindly welcome our resource person.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Hello. Good
Yes,
morning, everyone. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I, Dr. G Laxman, welcome you all on behalf of Dayanand Education Society and Dayanand College of Law. Today, a special program is arranged on National Training Program on mediation and negotiation at workplace. It is one of the important subject matter, and it is a benefit for the entire students of this college. And our Dr. Shubhangi madam arranged this program and also arranged the speaker, excellent speaker in this matter. Okay, so in this connection, a special welcome is to madam, and is going to entertain the students in such a manner. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to inform all the participants. In fact, ma'am does not require a formal introduction because in many more law colleges, now today mediation and negotiation has another name, and that is Vivant Holistic Development Center and Viddulata Gawade madam. So as we all know that madam is the director of the Vivant Holistic Development Center, and which focuses towards giving those trainings and giving those guidance to the students for enhancing their skills, for inculcating the various mediation negotiation skill. Along with that, madam also guides and give the trainings for personality development and many more avenues. She is an all-rounder, and she is having tie-ups with so many law colleges, and madam also conducts many certificate courses for providing such trainings. So we are also planning, ma'am, of course, as we have talked that this year we will be also conducting a certificate program for our students for the skill enhancement and various other avenues. I also request you to kindly give information about that also, ma'am, during your during your talk with the students. And with this, I would like to really welcome once again, and I would like to hand over this charge of this whole program to you, ma'am. And for time saving, I would request you to please start with your presentation, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shubhangi ma'am. Thank you, Principal Sir. I got an opportunity to talk to you all. My dear students, I could see you all sitting in the webinar hall, and that boosts my energy. And it's a give and take in this session that, you all listening. But I want to make you listen all the time, because, making you listening all the time would not be like giving a justice. So I hope this becomes an interactive session, and I hope you also like it to be an interactive session.
Yes, ma'am. Of course.
Yes, yes, that's great. That's great. So before I begin with my presentation, I would just like to give an outline of what we are going to cover today. You all know, and since you all are undergoing the training of alternative dispute resolution, you know what is mediation, you know what is negotiation, you all have heard about this. So why is that? How is it going to benefit us is what is today's topic. Yes, I'm doing this course, but whether really it is going to be benefited to me and in my future, and in what way is what we are going to understand today. And I hope you all are eager to learn that what opportunities can be available in this field. Yes, if you're not, if you're on mute, you can even answer in chat box. So kindly in chat box, you can say yes if you're eager to be through this journey.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Yes. So a very good morning to all of you once again. And here is the opportunities and mediation at workplace and how it is going to help you in your career, what more opportunities it is going to have, and how it is going to add to the not only the Indian economics but otherwise to I would say harmony, maintaining peace and harmony in the society. Now, why this maintaining peace and harmony is that everybody is in conflict. Can you all remember when you fought last with your friends, maybe with your parents or your seniors or your juniors? I hope you remember the incidents, and I'm sure it's not been a long time. There are some disagreements, there are some differences of opinions because no two persons are alike. So conflicts are something which is inevitable part of our life, right? Hope you all are able to see the PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Great, that's great, that's great. So as I said, conflicts are something which are inevitable, and it's like a part of our lives. We cannot have a day without a conflict, or there comes in incidences or occasions where you may have this, conflicts with your parents, with your friends, with your siblings, with your seniors, college friends, or teachers. Maybe at times there could be disagreements. If conflicts are inevitable part of our lives, and if we are talking about conflicts at workplace where we spend more than 9 hours, and if we carry that conflict along with us, she is not talking with me, he is not talking with me, and you can see this scene, and if you spend in this atmosphere for 9 hours, what is going to happen? Obviously, if you spend 9 to 10 hours in such an atmosphere, it is going to impact your health, right? It is going to impact, it is going to affect your productivity, it is going to affect your talent, everything. right? And most important is your health, because all these emotions which are not so, I would not say negative, but all unpleasant emotions may affect you physically as well. So what is that we have to do? And here is one example. Imagine that you are managing a big project involving people from number of different departments. So we are talking about conflicts at workplace now. And when you're doing something great, when you're supposing if in your college you're participating in an moot court competition or mediation competition, and what if people or the other team members are not so cooperative, what will happen? Obviously there would be no communication, and obviously your performance may be deteriorating, or it may not come to 100%. So this is exactly what happens when conflicts are at big are at workplace. So when people are working on big projects, and when there are different and numerous departments, and in that if there is tension in between two teams or two members or two individuals, it is going to impact the overall project. It is going to impact the overall work atmosphere, work environment, and nobody would like to stay in such kind of an environment, right? With a poker face. Everybody likes to smile. Am I right or wrong? Everybody likes to be happy, right or wrong? So what if you have to be like not smiling with a poker face all the time and with carrying that tension? Would you all like this? Obviously not. But then the situation is that modern workplaces are really complex. And why complex? Because at workplace, it's not that, everybody from your area would join. There would be now with globalization, there would be people coming from different backgrounds, from different countries, from different values, expectations, etc., etc. So they all are grown up in a totally different setup, which is not similar to yours, right? So obviously there might be some differences of opinion. There might be certain values which differs from yours. There might be certain expectations which differs from yours, right? And it is obviously with so many people coming from a diverse backgrounds are, what would be the consequences? What would be the outcome? Obviously, there would be clashes of the interest, right? Now, what kind of clashes do occurs in the at the workplace? See, there could be interpersonal, that means two individuals, Tom and Harry, not getting along with each other. There could be intra-group conflicts occurs within the group or teams. So this is within the group. The first one, interpersonal, is between individuals based on different goals and values. Intergroup conflicts could be between two groups, and inter-organizational conflict occurs across the organization. So it could be one organization against the other organization, or organization against the other person, right? So there are various conflicts that an organization needs to handle. But unfortunately, in India, we do have all mission, vision, goal, etc., etc. But there aren't any dispute resolution mechanism system strongly built up in the organization. People would listen, HR department is there to handle the dispute, but it is not looked upon as in a scientific way. No mechanism is built. So now, my dear students, if you're listening to me, if you're alert, here is an opportunity for you to be, grabbing the opportunity into the corporate worlds. I hope you all are alert. I hope you all are listening here. And here is, again, I repeat, here is an opportunity, like country like India, where we hardly focus on this. we hardly focus on resolving the disputes, whether it is interpersonal, intergroup, or interorganizational, whatsoever kind of. So it's all, whatsoever knowledge, they would sit, the HR department would sit and listen to the person, and either they would suppress that opinion, or they would mediate in a way which may not be scientific. So here is what, now with the globalization, the trend changing, everything being, it's like, it's a globalization world. So you have to connect to so many people, so many countries outside. And here is a great opportunity for you all, right? What generally the organizations do in case if the conflict occurs, what do is that they ignore that, it will settle down, or they accept that there is a problem. There will be some gossiping, oh, these two are not getting well, or these teams are not doing well, and then that is suppressed. Or somebody would try to compromise, something of this kind. Or there could be fights also, some rude abusive language also. Sometimes there could be, if you have seen the first slide, fighting with each other. This hardly, it doesn't happen in a corporate world, but there could be use of abusive language or rude behavior, and at times it could also turn into an violent behavior. So this could happen if they are not tackled. And what we have to do is that a scientific way of tackling, and what do if we don't tackle. Now, I would like to take a pause, and I would like to ask certain thing. When we are talking about conflicts at workplace, I would like you all to recollect some big disputes in Indian organization. Can anybody name those? I said I would like to take a pause, and I would like to ask you all present here.
First, ma'am, big companies also, they are also having disputes.
Right, big companies are having dispute. Any famous disputes that everybody knows in India?
Ambanis are having.
Yes, right. Ambani's. Very much right. And then what happened due to that? What was the impact? An appropriate example given by ma'am, she is talking about Ambani brothers. How after the father's death, Dhirubhai Ambani's death, there was a, some kind of an argument between two brothers. And it was not only in between them, it was publicly, everybody knew about it. So let's see some examples. See, the slide which you are listening to, if we don't tackle the dispute, if we have this avoidance, or if we ignore this, or if we suppress this, it might lead to a big dispute. And this is what has happened with these cases. Can anybody name these? We are talking about Parvinder Manjit and Analjit, Ranbaxy, right? So Ranbaxy is another example where Ranbaxy came to Parvinder, one of the son of Mohan Singh, and there was a conflict between Shivinder and Malvinder, who are sons of Parvinder Singh. So it was publicly made, and the dispute came in public, and subsequently there was an impact on this. So this, you can just go and see what is the impact, whether the wealth has reduced, or what happened thereafter. And as ma'am has appropriately told about these two brothers, famous brothers, right? We know Anil Ambani as Tina Munim's husband also. And unfortunately, there was a tiffle in between these two brothers, and they got their property separated. right? And you all know about this. Anil got telecoms, power, entertainment, financial service businesses, etc., etc. And you know one thing, who was the mediator? One very interesting thing in this was Kokila Ben, their mother, mediator in between these two brothers. Okay, so this is, I wish had she intervened before it came to public, things would have been better for everybody. Then we also know about the legal firm. It was split between the two brothers. I'm giving this example because we all belong to a legal fraternity. So I thought of taking this example. So Amarchand Mangaldas, a biggest law firm, and there was conflict in this firm also in between two brothers. And again, that was resolved, but then it was divided. Okay. So this is what happens when family, these are, most of them are family businesses. So if we talk about family businesses, there are different views. There are people who think that I'm not getting a fair share, or I'm not being heard, or my needs are not being met. Okay. Or it could be other person are getting a better deal. So these things are there, and if they are sorted out before they are grown big, and before they are in public, obviously things would be better, right? In foreign countries, they do have this mechanism. They have, seeing the conflict, conflicts are universal, conflicts are inevitable. Understanding this nature of conflicts, they have built a strong mechanism to resolve the disputes. They don't let it grow. Conflicts, we know they are going to be there. So why not cut them? Why not curb them at the initial level before it turns into such a big thing that it goes beyond the control? So there are certain strong mechanism built up, and you could be the part of it. So disagreements, if not managed, are sure to lead to conflict, and any conflict within the family impacts the business negatively. But obviously, in fact, succession and conflict show up as the top two reasons for family businesses failing to perpetuate. So there were studies carried on, and it said that 70% of the family business fail to last beyond one generation. So it doesn't exceed beyond one generation. We have many examples. Kirloskar brothers from Pune, even Tata Group has this, some conflicts. So there are many n number of examples that you may find out. But then what happens when there are conflicts in between the organization, when there are the conflicts between the department, they may not be able to communicate with each other properly, and they may have that silo effect. Silo effect means what? They will not be communicating with each other. They will not be talking with each other, and hence there would be no growth. There would be no moving towards achieving the common goal. So poor collaboration, low productivity, tension all the time, which impacts not only the growth of the business, it impacts the employees' overall health and development. This is what happens when the dispute is not resolved, right? So in India, or in India is the country where we ignore this. We do have strategic plan consisting of a mission statement, goals, values, action plans, etc., etc. Okay, but we do not have this strong built-up mechanism to resolve the dispute, right? So at least for the economic point of view, there should be a trend which says that one should be using the mediation, alternate dispute resolution system, and we are going to talk about the mediation. So mediation is another dynamic, structured, interactive process where an impartial third party assists disputing parties in resolving conflict through the use of specialized communication and negotiation techniques. It's not like, I'll give an example here, which I many a times give. It's like there was one, village, I would say a city, where there was a king, and two women were fighting on a small child infant. And both of them were saying that this child belongs to me, and the other one was also saying that no, this child belongs to me. So then the child was small, not infant, so he was not able to communicate. And so the matter goes to the king. And then the king gives a patient listening to both the ladies. And then he thinks for a while. And then he says, yes, we can do one thing. Why not cut the child into two pieces? One piece will go to one woman, other piece will go to the other woman. Right? So this was what was the decision given by that king. Listening to this, one lady happily said, yes, I agree. But the real mother, what she said, no. Let the child be with that other lady. I don't claim anymore on the child. So there are villages in country where Sarpanch, the head of the villager, he resolved the disputes. There are certain many villages where there are Panchayat Raj and all. They would be giving the decision. What we have to do is that how it differs is that here in mediation, the mediator is trained to be scientific. All right. He is trained to be using the negotiation techniques, communication techniques. He has his own personality. He is supposed to be neutral. He is supposed to be, impartial. He is supposed to have a good communication skill. He is trustworthy. The parties must find him to be trustworthy. All these qualities are to be, built up by the mediator to achieve the success in this mediation field. So he is trained. Moreover, the process is party center, not like village head. What will village head do? Village head will say, you do that, you do this. So it's not that. Mediator doesn't take any decision. Mediator doesn't, make the decision. It is a party-centric process. That means what? The parties themselves take the decision. See, there are many hidden things which are amongst the other third person should take the decision. So mediation is the best method of resolving the conflict because it is a party-centric wherein the parties themselves take the decision with the help of the mediator, right? So mediator helps them to empathize. Mediator helps them to understand the point of view of other party. Mediator helps them to understand and to think about the consequences and everything. So this is how the mediator helps in solving the dispute. Now, since our track is about conflict at workplace, here also there is a mediator, and when the dispute occurs in between the teams or in any two individuals, then the mediator helps to have the communication between two disputing parties, helps them for better interpreting the other party or what are the misunderstanding in feeling, etc., etc. And all these are it happens in a very natural environment, very cool environment where parties understands each other's perspective, right? It may so happen that if you see 9 number and if two people are standing in front of each other and that 9 number is in between them, so one person may interpret it as 6 whereas the other person may interpret it as 9. It is not the fault of both the parties, right? Yes or no? So
yes ma'am, definitely. मॅडम बरेचदा असंही होत असेल की फक्त हे की दृष्टिकोनाचा फरक वेगळा आहे. बोथ द पार्टीज मे बी राईट फ्रॉम देअर ओन पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह. राईट. बरेचदा प्रसंग होत असेल.
होतं बरेचदा असं होतं की दोन्ही पार्टीजचं आपापलं म्हणणं बरोबर असतं, मग हे जर दोन्ही पार्टीला कळलं की नाही बाबा त्याचंही बरोबर आहे आपलंही बरोबर आहे, मग काय सोल्युशन आपण काढू शकतो, यासाठी ते एकत्रित येऊ शकतात. बरेचदा काय होतं, माझंच बरोबर, माझाच पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू बरोबर, ही मेथडच बरोबर आहे, एखादी गोष्ट अचीव्ह करायची असेल तर ह्या मेथडनीच गेलं पाहिजे, असं जेव्हा आपलं आपण गृहीत धरतो आणि दुसऱ्यांचं पूर्णपणे इग्नोर करतो. काही पर्सनॅलिटीज खूप स्ट्रॉंग असतात, काही पर्सनॅलिटीज त्या लिडरशिपसाठी योग्य असतात, पण कधी कधी त्या इतक्या डॉमिनंट बनतात की दुसऱ्या पार्टीला काही म्हणण्याचा काही हेच नसतं. मग अशा वेळेस काय होतं, जो थोडा सबमिसिव्ह असतो किंवा जी लोक सबमिसिव्ह असतात त्यांच्या मनात ते साठत राहतं आणि कधीतरी मग ते बर्स्ट आउट होतं. राईट. सो जेव्हा हे मीडिएशन ऍट वर्कप्लेसचे डिपार्टमेंट असतात किंवा हे मेकॅनिझम सिस्टम स्ट्रॉंग असते, त्यावेळेस एकत्रित येऊन कम्युनिकेशन घडवून आणलं जातं, जेणेकरून हे कुठेही काही ग्रजेस एकामेकांबद्दल राहू नये. हे खूप महत्वाचं असतं. आणि जर ऑर्गनायझेशनला हेल्दी ग्रोथ हवी असेल, जर ऑर्गनायझेशनला 100% प्रोडक्टिव्हिटी हवी असेल, जर ऑर्गनायझेशनला एम्प्लॉईजचं टॅलेंट 100% युटिलाइज करायचं असेल, तर इट्स now time to have a department which handles this differences of opinion, this conflicts, this disputes. All right. I would say they should start this with at least the economic point of view, so that they can get that maximum utilization from the employees, so that they can have the healthy congenial atmosphere at the workplace, so that it doesn't impact the employees' health. So this is now a very upcoming trend which has been followed in many foreign countries, and slowly it's making its way in Indian organizations too, because we have seen these big shots examples now, and there are so many examples which are there, right? So now what happens? What are the benefits? See, first of all, it is less expensive, it is less time consuming, right? And it is something which the parties themselves do it. The parties have control over all the outcome of it, and it's not binding on them. If they are not able to settle down, cool, no problem. Okay. So decisions are tailored to the party's need. It's not you win, I win, he, she, it's not that. As ma'am said, दोघांचा पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू जर बरोबर असेल, तिथं विनिंग लुझिंगचा प्रश्न येतच नाही. मग तिथे आपण कसं एकत्र काम करू शकतो हा प्रश्न येतो. पण काय होतं अशा वेळेस माहितीये का, कम्युनिकेशनच नसतं. ही पार्टी माझं बरोबर आहे, हा 6च आहे, आणि दुसरा पार्टी म्हणते हा 9च आहे, असं ते दोघं एकामेकांच्याकडे पाठ असते, ते बोलायलाच तयार नसतात, एकामेकांच्या शूज मध्ये यायला तयार नसतात. मीडिएटरचं काम काय, तू इकडे ये, तू तिकडे जा. He helps them to empathize with each other. That is what is important, to help to understand what is facilitate the communication in between both of them. So there are these kind of benefits which are of the mediation, and with this both the parties become satisfied. If you remember the example of that orange, here I'll tell you one more story, and that is about two sisters fighting over an orange. मराठीत सांगू ना, चालेल?
नक्कीच मॅडम, इनफॅक्ट मराठीमध्ये आणखीन जास्त सगळे कम्फर्टेबल असतील.
ठीक आहे. दोन बहिणी एका ऑरेंज वरून भांडत होत्या. ठीक आहे. आणि एक म्हणत होती तो नाही, मी त्याला आधी बघितलंय, दुसरी म्हणत होती मी तो कालपासून ठेवलेला आहे किचन मध्ये आणि मला तो पाहिजे नाही. तर त्यांची भांडण चालू असताना त्यांची आई येते आणि ती विचारते, काय कशावरून भांडताय तुम्ही? तर म्हणे नाही, हा एकच ऑरेंज आहे आणि आम्हाला पाहिजे नाही तो. मग अशा वेळेस तुम्ही काय कराल? नॉर्मली मला याचं एकच उत्तर येतं की त्याचे 2 तुकडे करायचे, एकीला हाफ द्यायचा, दुसरीला दुसरा हाफ द्यायचा. बरोबर आहे ना? आपल्या मनातही ते चाललं असेल आता. आणि बरेचदा मला, मी जेव्हा जेव्हा हे एक्झाम्पल देते त्या वेळेस मला हेच ऐकवण्यात येतं की एवढं काय त्यात, सोपं आहे एकदम, 2 भाग करायचे, एकीला एक, एकीला एक.
हो ना,
बरोबर.
बरोबर आहे. लॉजिकल तेच आपण एक हे करू
लॉजिकल
शकतो.
तेच बरोबर आहे. पण मीडिएशन मध्ये काय होतं माहितीये का, आपण त्या पार्टीचं नीड्स, टेलर मेड डिसिजन्स असतात. टेलर मेड म्हणजे काय, अरे तुझा नीड काय, म्हणजे जर एका बहिणीला त्या ऑरेंजचा ज्यूस करून प्यायचा असेल आणि दुसऱ्या बहिणीला त्याचं ते जे पील आहे ते केक मध्ये बेकिंग करण्यासाठी पाहिजे नसेल, किंवा चॉकलेट मेकिंग साठी आपण ऑरेंज पील वापरतो, सध्या बेकिंग मध्ये वापरतो, फक्त पील पाहिजे. आणि जर तुम्ही आधी डिसिजन दिलं त्याप्रमाणे केलं, हिला हाफ तिला हाफ, अरे हिचं पण तहान भागणार नाही आणि तिचं पण काम होणार नाही. मग आधी नीड्स बघा ना काय आहेत त्यांच्या. मग एकीचं नीड आहे की मला ज्यूस प्यायचा, तिला अख्खा ऑरेंज द्या. दुसरीचं नीड आहे मला ते पील हवंय, तिला अख्खं पील द्या. झालं टेलर मेड, which focuses on the party's needs, interest. Right? This is what happens in mediation. This is very, very, very that we need to understand. Now, another example, apt example, there was a case which I have solved 2 years back. It's now 2.5 years back. One lady came to me and she said that I want to claim in my ancestral property and I have the right. And I said, yes, you have the right and you can claim it and you have the equal right to that of the, sons. In that case, this is very, very, very important. And this happens, this is,
The mic in the classroom that is unmute, kindly muted. The mic in the seminar hall. Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So now we are talking about that lady came and she said, I want to claim in the ancestral property. I said, then what's the problem? You can claim. And she was entitled to get the equal share to that of the sons. Law says that. Now, if this case goes in court, what would be the outcome? Ancestral property मध्ये त्या बाईने क्लेम केला आहे, ती कोर्टात गेली, आउटकम काय येणार? What law says? Law says that she has an equal right to that of son and she is entitled to get that. So you take your share. But what was the problem? What was the confidential, hidden interest, needs? She said that my brothers are not looking after the parents. They should look after the parents and I might give some part of the property to my brothers. That was her decision. And, I said, then why don't you look after your parents? So she said, I'm so much willing to look after the parents, but parents are of that mindset that they won't come and stay with me. They are brought in the tradition that आम्ही मुलीच्या घरचं पाणी पण नाही पित. There are some older people who are of this opinion that they won't drink even a water at the daughter's place. So even if I'm ready to look after them, they are not, and my brothers are not looking after them. So what would be the, then the brothers were called and there were 5-6 settings of the mediation, and ultimately the brother wholeheartedly, they said that we'll look after the parents, and she sacrificed some of it, was whatever arrangement was made in between them. So see, the hidden needs may be something different. Not that law all the time will solve this. Law will what? Law will say you take your share and go. That would not have, solved the problem. Right? Her need was that parents should be looked after. Her need was not of that of the property. So through mediation, again, this was a tailor-made thing and they could resolve the dispute to everybody's benefit. She said, I just wanted this. I would take my share, but I would give some part of it to the brothers. Brothers should look after the parents. Parents are again happy to be with the brothers. So each and everybody was happy in this mediation process. All right, so we have to see the hidden needs, and that happens in mediation. Okay. वो है ना, it happens only in India. It's like that. It happens only in mediation. It happens only in mediation as per the decision, as per the party's need. Party made, right? This is what happens. Now, the main important thing is that I'll give you an example. If at workplace, somebody, a security person commits a theft, or another example, number 2, I hope you all are there alert. Number 2, a person beats another person. And if you are a mediator, would you resolve the dispute? Security has committed the theft. Or there is one person. What, ma'am?
It is very ethical question also. If the security has committed the theft, of course.
See,
ma'am, I would like to request one thing also. एक विनंती अशी आहे मॅडम, इव्हन मुलांनाही मला हे सांगायचं आहे की कार्यक्रमाच्या शेवटी आपण प्रश्न उत्तर ठेवणार आहोत. सो ज्यांचे कोणाचे प्रश्न आहेत ते कार्यक्रमाच्या शेवटी घेऊयात मॅडम, प्रेझेंटेशनच्या नंतर.
हा, माझा आता एक 2-3 मिनिटात संपेल, नंतर आपण क्वेश्चन आन्सर स्टार्ट करूयात.
ओके मॅडम, प्लीज टेक युअर टाइम. येस मॅम.
येस. सो व्हॉट आय वॉन्टेड टू से इज दॅट बेनिफिट्स मीडिएशनचे खूप आहेत. आता नीड ऑफ द आवर काय आहे, तर मीडिएशन डिपार्टमेंट वर्कप्लेस मध्ये असणं, आणि जे काही छोटे मोठे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स आहेत, टीम्स मधले असो, 2 व्यक्तींमधले असो, किंवा इंटर ऑर्गनायझेशनचे असो, म्हणजे त्यांचं कुठे बाहेर असो, हे सगळे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स ते डिपार्टमेंट जर हँडल करत असेल तर नथिंग लाईक इट. That is the need which is happening elsewhere, and it will, this is a coming trend in India also, Indian organizations also, because we have seen the survey has proved us ki family dispute eka generation मध्ये family पूर्णपणे ती business कुठेही त्याचा मागमूस आपल्याला लागत नाही, हे सगळं डिस्प्यूट मुळे होतं. तर हे होऊ नये म्हणून आधीपासून काळजी घेतली तर काय, जसं आपण कोविड मध्ये सगळे मास्क लावून फिरायचो कोविड होऊ नये म्हणून, राईट? सो हे तसंच आहे, कोणते डिस्प्यूट होऊ नये म्हणून आपण काय करणार आहोत. सो प्रत्येक वेळेस आपण असं थांबता कामा नये की झाल्यावर बघता येईल, डिस्प्यूट झाल्यावर बघता येईल. नॉट दॅट वे. There are some organizations who are taking efforts in having congenial atmosphere, healthy atmosphere at workplace. People are talking to each other. People are sharing their views. They are communicative to each other in a healthy way. Even if there are differences of opinion, they are, communicating with each other. And they are accepting that, yes, I may differ from your point of view. That doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong, or it's not that this is the way I want. It shouldn't be like that. So all these things are happening at the workplace, but we have seen all these benefits. We have seen this upcoming trend at the workplace. At the same time, the 2 examples which I gave, the first was about the security theft, and the second one was about the violent behavior. एका व्यक्तीने दुसऱ्या व्यक्तीला मारहाण केली. अशा केसेस मध्ये आपल्याला मीडिएशन करता येत नाही. सो वर्कप्लेस जरी असेल तरी काही गोष्टी अशा आहेत जिथे आपल्याला मीडिएशन करता येत नाही. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, सेक्शुअल हॅरासमेंट, violent behavior, dishonesty and theft. All these things we just cannot mediate. If there is a sexual harassment at workplace, no mediation. There is a committee, internal committee, who looks after that, and that internal committee will solve that problem. It is up to them, right? So mediation is not for this crimes kind of a thing. That one has to remember. So it's not that you go and you say, I have done this, I have attended this online session and I can be a mediator. No, you have to be trained for that, right? You should know what you can be able to mediate, what cannot. That fine difference has to be understood by each of us, by the mediator. There are certain traits that the mediator should have, like he should be neutral person, he should be impartial, he should be good communicator, he should have a good listening eye. All these things, that those skills one person has to inculcate in order to be a good mediator. And it happens through training and practicing it again and again. All right. So there is a huge scope for mediation at workplace, but for that one needs to get the training. For that one needs to get the experience of this, hands-on experience, practical opportunities he should get, and he should mediate the cases, as many as cases as possible. So as ma'am said, that I would also like to share these things, that Vivant trains into the mediation. Vivant also trains for workplace mediation, and again important, and another whole thing focusing on a corporate field. What could be the corporate conflicts, what could be the reasons for it, and how to manage them. So they are altogether very different than the ordinary conflict. So we focus on those. We have a certification course on that, and we also train students how to participate in the mediation competition. That is another important aspect of this. So anybody who would like to take these trainings of how to compete in mediation competition, or course in mediation at workplace, you can contact us through ma'am. And with this, I end my presentation, and I open this session for the question answer.
Yes, from the seminar hall, Shital ma'am, if there are any questions of the students, kindly coordinate. They can ask. The mic is made available there. They can ask. तुम्ही प्रश्न विचारू शकता सेमिनार हॉल मधून. इनफॅक्ट आपल्या टीचर्स ना स्टाफ मधूनही प्रश्न असतील तर प्लीज आपण विचारू शकता. मॅडम, आपण सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स मध्ये पॉश संदर्भात ही ट्रेनिंग देत आहात, तर प्रश्न येईपर्यंत जर त्याचीही माहिती भेटली तर.
ओके. काय होतं, लॉ स्टुडंट्सला म्हणजे प्रॅक्टिस मध्ये जम बसेपर्यंत मी असं रेकमेंड करते माझ्या स्टुडंट्सला नेहमीच, की तुम्ही असं वाट नका बघत बसू की क्लायंट्स येतील, तोपर्यंत तुम्हाला काय ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज उपलब्ध असतील याचा विचार तुम्ही विद्यार्थी दशेतच करा. म्हणजे तुम्ही आता पॉशचं ट्रेनिंग घेतलं, तुम्ही पॉशचे ट्रेनर बनलात, तर तुम्ही तुमच्या आसपासच्या कंपनीचं तिथे जाऊन ते ट्रेनिंग देऊ शकता, त्यांचं लिगल कंप्लायन्स करू शकता. पॉशचं जे लिगल कंप्लायन्स असतं, त्यांचं अॅन्युअल रिपोर्ट सबमिट करायचा असतो, मीटिंग्स घ्यायच्या असतात, त्याचे मिनिट्स लिहायचं असतं, पॉशची पॉलिसी हे करायची असते. तर हे सगळं आम्ही त्या सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स मध्ये कव्हर करतो. अँड दॅट पर्सन इज एंटायटल्ड टू बी ट्रेनर इन द ऑर्गनायझेशन. आणि मग तुम्ही पूर्ण तो कंप्लायन्स करू शकता पॉशचा, राईट फ्रॉम पॉलिसी मेकिंग टू अॅन्युअल सबमिशन ऑफ द रिपोर्ट. सो म्हणजे पॉशचं ट्रेनिंगही विवांत हॉलिस्टिक देते. सो कुणाला त्याच्यामध्ये इंटरेस्ट असेल तर यू कॅन एनरोल for that also. It's really very, now every company is towards the compliance, because they don't want like 50,000 rupees fine आहे जर तुम्ही compliance नाही केला तर. आणि जर हे तुम्ही त्या कंपनीच्या निदर्शनास आणून दिलं की असं फाईन इम्पोज आहे, why not go in for that? आणि तुमचा तो USP बनतो. म्हणजे आम्ही इतके छान प्रोग्राम्स कंडक्ट करतो, पोस्टर मेकिंग अँड ऑल, की ते त्यांच्या वेबसाईटवर टाकतात. that makes it more very authentic, loyal, त्याचं खूप वेगळं इम्पॅक्ट पडतो. आपण जे म्हणतो व्हॅल्यूज इन्क्रीज करणं, गुडविल तुमचं जसं इन्क्रीज करणं हळूहळू, ते खूप आजकाल कंपन्या करतात, ऑर्गनायझेशन करतात. सो विद्यार्थ्यांनी हे सगळे असे कोर्सेस केले तर अपॉर्च्युनिटीज आपल्याला कुठे मिळतील याचा विचार करून तुम्ही ते इंडिपेंडेंटली सुरू करावं. येस प्लीज.
थँक्यू मॅम.
येस प्लीज. येस,
क्वेश्चन येऊ दे.
If there is any limit for mediation or not?
Is there any?
Is there is age limit for mediation or not?
For a mediator.
Mediation करने के लिए age limit रहती क्या नहीं रहती?
मॅम कॅन यू रिपीट? थोडं इको येतोय.
मॅडम असंच की मीडिएटर होण्यासाठी किंवा मीडिएशन एक अधिकृत मीडिएशन करण्यासाठी एज लिमिट आहे का?
नाही, एज लिमिट काही नाहीये. इट्स ॲज लॉंग आपलं लॉची जशी डिग्री आहे तसंच मीडिएशन मध्ये आहे. नो एज बार. यू कॅन डू द कोर्स अँड यू कॅन मीडिएट टिल यू आर फिजिकली अँड मेंटली साऊंड.
Yes, I would like to tell students also that Madam is the accredited mediator. Ma'am, can you please also give the career opportunity about mediator? How one can become an accredited mediator?
See, one has to do a certain number of hours of course to be the mediator. आणि तुम्ही काही एक्सपिरियन्स तुमचे घ्या, तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिकल एक्सपिरियन्सेस घ्या, मग स्वतःच फ्री सुरू करा. म्हणजे मी माझं उदाहरण तुम्हाला सांगते. मी जेव्हा मीडिएशन चा कोर्स केला त्यानंतर मी फ्री ऑफ चार्ज मीडिएशन सुरू केलं होतं. फ्री ऑफ चार्ज मीडिएशन सुरू केल्यामुळे काय झालं, लोकांना माहिती झालं की बाबा ही, नाही तर लोक आधी म्हणायचे ती मेडिटेशन करते, रोज 5 वाजता उठते. खूप लोकांना असंच वाटायचं मी 5 वाजता उठते आणि मेडिटेशन करत बसते. मग मी हळूहळू ते फ्री करायला सुरुवात केलं आणि मग लोकांच्या लक्षात आलं की नाही, मेडिएशनच्या बाबतीत काहीतरी करते, ही मीडिएटर आहे. मग ते करण्यासाठी मला थोडा काळ असं करावं लागलं आणि मग नंतर पेड सर्व्हिसेस सुरू केले. सो विद्यार्थ्यांनी आधी त्याचं प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग घ्यावं. ट्रेनिंग घेतल्यानंतर प्रॅक्टिस करावी, काही काळ फ्री करावं सुरू. आपापल्या आजूबाजूच्या परिसरात माहिती झालं लोक तुमच्याकडे येतात.
मॅडम खास करून शीतल मॅम आणि क्वेश्चन दे.
एक सांगते मी, बरेचदा ना असं वाटतं की म्हणजे वकिलांना फार विरोध असतो मीडिएटरच्या बद्दल. त्यांना असं वाटतं मग आमच्याकडे कोण येणार, जर मीडिएटरनी सगळं हे केलं तर आमच्याकडे येणार कोण, असा जो एक समज आहे. तर तसं काही नाहीये. मीडिएशन ऍडव्होकेसी आहे जी तुम्ही करू शकता आणि त्यातूनही तुम्हाला पैसे मिळतात. मीडिएशन मधूनही पैसे मिळतात. त्याचबरोबर तुम्हाला सॅटिस्फॅक्शन मिळतं की तुम्ही हे डिस्प्यूट रिझॉल्व्ह केलेलं आहे. दॅट इज व्हेरी 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 इम्पॉर्टंट. कुठेतरी फॅमिली डिस्प्यूट असो किंवा कोणतेही डिस्प्यूट असो, त्याचा इम्पॅक्ट खूप होतो. फॅमिली डिस्प्यूटचा मुलांवर इम्पॅक्ट होतो, कॉर्पोरेट डिस्प्यूटचा इकॉनॉमीवर होतो, त्या कंपनीच्या ऑर्गनायझेशनच्या ग्रोथवर होतो, त्यांच्या गुडविलच्या याच्यावर होतो. गुडविल उभारायला तुम्हाला काही वर्ष लागतात, पण एखादा असं डिस्प्यूट पब्लिक झालं की गुडविल धडाप एकदम कोसळतं. सो हे सगळं होऊ नये. आपल्याला युवराज सिंगची इथं खूप विद्यार्थी आहेत म्हणून ते उदाहरण मी सांगते. युवराज सिंग फेमस क्रिकेटर, त्याच्या बहिणीनी म्हणजे भावाच्या बायकोनी केस फाईल केली होती त्या पूर्ण फॅमिली विरुद्ध डोमेस्टिक व्हायलन्सची, पण त्याच्यानंतर ते काय ऐकिवात नाही आलं. दॅट मीन्स इट गॉट निगोशिएटेड इन बिटवीन द फॅमिली. सो यू कॅन इमॅजिन की वेल रेप्युटेड तुम्ही आहात आणि असं काहीतरी तुमच्यावर आरोप करतो. एखादी फर्म इज वेल रेप्युटेड अँड समथिंग लाईक दिस इज हॅपनिंग, right? So इनबिल्ट मिडिएशन डिपार्टमेंट असणं आता काळाची गरज आहे. दॅट इज व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. And therefore, due to the not only economic loss, your fame, name, goodwill, everything is at stake if such kind of disputes becomes public. And therefore that is most important. आणि असं काही नाहीये की मग मी वकिलात काही नाही करू शकणार. तुमच्यापर्यंत जेव्हा केसेस येतील, सी नाव सपोजिंग टुमॉरो यू स्टार्ट प्रॅक्टिसिंग, initially all people, all clients are going to go to the established lawyer. Once you get the name and fame, then only they are going to come to you, right? So at the beginning of years, you can really grab on this kind of things, and later on also for your satisfaction.
Madam, can I ask question?
Yes, please.
मॅडम, जर लिटिगेशन चालू आहे आपलं आणि लिटिगेशनच्या दरम्यान आपण मीडिएशन केलेलं आहे, तर जो मॅटर आपला पेंडिंग आहे तर तो विड्रॉ करावा लागतो का आफ्टर मीडिएशन?
सी एक तर तुम्ही कोर्ट थ्रू, दोन प्रकारचे मीडिएशन असतात. एक कोर्ट थ्रू असतं, एक तुमचं प्रायव्हेट असतं. जर कोर्ट थ्रू मीडिएशन असेल तर ते रितसर जे काही सेटलमेंट झालेली आहे ती कोर्टापुढे मांडली जाते आणि त्यानुसार मग कोर्ट डिसिजन देतं. जर तुमचं आपापसात प्रायव्हेट याच्यामध्ये ते मीडिएशन मध्ये सेटल झालं असेल तर तुम्ही तसं ते सांगून तुमची केस थांबवू शकता, विड्रॉ करू शकता.
Thank you. Kshitij ma'am, we can take the last question now.
Mediation.
You all are happy because this is the last question and the thing is going to end.
No, ma'am.
Can I ask question?
Yes, please. Yes.
Mediation आणि balanced diet हे पूरक आहेत का? Complementary.
Mediation आणि
balanced diet घ्यावं लागतो का?
Shubhangi ma'am, please repeat the question.
Yes, ma'am. I'll try.
Hello.
Kshitij ma'am, can you coordinate in the seminar hall, please?
Yes, madam. I think he understood about meditation. So this wrong question he asked. So I want to ask one question, madam. I'm Sangeeta Mahajan and working as a presiding officer for internal complaint. So is any role of mediation in this grievances? Because college redressal systems are also available in the colleges. So what mediation plays role in this mechanism?
Ma'am, please repeat.
Madam, our college has college grievance redressal systems. Students grievance and internal complaint committee also. So what is the role of mediation in this grievance redressal mechanism?
Shubhangi ma'am, will you please repeat it? इको येतोय माझ्यापर्यंत. हॉल मध्ये जेव्हा तुम्ही बोलता ना तो इको होऊन माझ्याकडे येतो.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually the question, this is the last question and it was like that. की मॅडम प्रत्येक वर्क प्लेस वर आपल्याकडे ग्रीव्हन्स रिड्रेसल मेकॅनिझम हे असतं. We do have like ICC, Internal Complaints Committee, we have at the institutional grievance redressal mechanism. मग त्यामध्ये ही मेडिएशनचा यूज केला जातो का, कशा पद्धतीने ते इफेक्टिव्ह कसं आणखीन करण्यात येईल?
Ma'am, parat ekda I repeat, I have covered this point in the webinar also, and
Yes, yes.
as I would say that there could be the departments who, HR departments handling the disputes, or there could be village headmen handling the disputes. But if they are trained in negotiation, if they are trained in resolving the dispute, the dispute would get resolved. It won't be
Yes.
suppressed. बरेचदा काय होतं, तू हे कर तू ते कर, मग पार्टीज खुश नाही होत, डिसिजन त्यांच्यावर लादला जातो आणि मग आउटकम दे आर नॉट सो हॅपी विथ द आउटकम, आणि मग परत कधीतरी कोणाला तरी वाटतं आणि कोर्टात केस ती उभी करतात की नाही त्यावेळेस असं झालेलं, मग माझ्यावर फोर्स केलेला, मग आता मी कोर्टात जाणार. पण जेव्हा पार्टी स्वतः डिसिजन घेतं त्यावेळेस ते दोघंही सॅटिस्फाय असतात त्या डिसिजनवर, त्याच्यामुळे पुन्हा ते डिस्प्यूट रेज होत नाही. म्हणून जेव्हा डिपार्टमेंट कोणत्याही ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये असेल, तिथे जर ट्रेन मीडिएटर असेल तर गोष्टी सुरळीत तर होतात, डिस्प्यूट रिझॉल्व्ह होतच, पण ते परत उद्भवत नाही. Because
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is party centric, so party makes the outcome. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
So
So
I
negotiations
thank
will be
you.
used. Yes.
I thank you, Principal Sir, Shubhangi Ma'am, Sarita Ma'am, and everybody present here. Thank you so much, students.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, we are very much thankful to you. And I would like to request Shetty sir to kindly propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you,
Yes,
madam. Madam, will you please ask the people who are in the seminar hall to mute their mics? That is disturbing.
Yes, definitely. Sheetal ma'am, can you please coordinate?
Okay,
kindly mute the mic of the seminar hall.
Yes, thank you very much. Today's speaker, resource person, Viddulata Gawade madam, Director, Vivant Holistic Skill Development Center, in-charge principal, Dr.G Laxman sir, coordinator, Dr. Shubhangi Panchal madam, my esteemed colleagues, and my dear students. A warm good morning to you all. Today, in the present scenario, all over the world, it is not restricted to India, but all over the world, due to globalization and increase in transactions, and because of multinational companies, big industries, companies, not only companies, business administrations, but also educational institutions and other organizations, they have a workplace comprising many number of employees in thousands. It is inevitable that in such situation, in such scenario, there is a possibility that the various altercations, various disputes, various conflicts might arise. Now, we cannot afford to go to the normal judiciary to resolve this system, considering the fact that we have overburdened courts, a less number of judges, and we have to find out some alternative for this, and which is available through alternative dispute resolution. Mediation and negotiation are these modes where we can resolve such disputes, such conflicts at the bud itself, because we cannot allow them to grow into big tree, as madam has explained that in a beautiful way, where these disputes have to be resolved at the bud itself. We cannot allow them to grow into a big tree. We have seen some, madam also explained that she has Ambani brothers and Ranbaxy company, where they could not resolve their disputes at the initial stages, and how that became a public, which was available, that information was available in the public domain, which resulted in losing of goodwill, which goodwill is always earned after a continuous effort. If you are not able to resolve this at the initial stage itself, it becomes public, and there is every possibility that they might lose this goodwill, which is hard earned. Today we had with us Dr. Viddulata madam, who is the director of Vivant Holistic Skill Development Center, who enlightened us on the working of mediation and negotiation, how it could be used fruitfully to resolve such disputes. Madam, you explained us the need of healthy atmosphere at workplace, and in the absence of what could be the result, there will be always conflict, disputes among in the workplace, which might ultimately lead to the negative result of the business. You also explained why these disputes should be resolved at the earliest stage, so that there is no bad effect or the negative effect on the growth of the business. If you also explained us beautifully why mediation and negotiation should be resorted to instead of going to the normal judiciary. And you also explained the benefits of this mediation and negotiation. And thank you very much, madam, for these efforts on your behalf. You also were associated with us in our earlier efforts also. Panchal madam has been instrumental in seeking your advice in such sessions. I request you to always be associated with our college in future also. Thank you very much for enlightening our students with this session. I'm sure the students will take some leaf out of this session, and they will use this in their future endeavor during their professional work as well as their social responsibility in resolving this through mediation and negotiation. Thank you very much, madam, for sparing your precious time to enlighten our students.
Thank you, sir.
Today we had a well-organized, well-addressed, and well-attended program. I will be feeling in my duty if I do not appreciate and express my gratitude towards all those people who are instrumental in making this program a success one. My heartfelt gratitude towards our in-charge principal, Dr.G Laxman sir, for taking initiative in arranging these programs. Also, in-charge principal, Dr. Poonam Nathani madam, who could not be present today in this program. My heartfelt gratitude, because she always encourages us to arrange such programs. Thank you very much, madam. And also, thank you very much to Dr. Laxman sir. And my heartfelt gratitude towards coordinator of today's program. She is always instrumental in picking gem of a person, always gem of a person who is very eminent in a particular field. Thank you very much, madam, for coordinating such beautiful programs. And my dear colleagues, for being present in this program, and with your gracious presence, you made this program a successful one. And lastly, my dear students, without your presence, this program could not have been a success one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a nice day. Thank you. And
thank you, sir, for such a wonderful word of thanks. Ma'am, sir is also coordinating the practicals of alternate dispute resolution. So we both together do this work of legal aid clinic, along with all our other colleagues, teachers also. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful vote of thanks.
Yeah. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Same to you, ma'am. Same to you. Thank you. There's a notice for all the students that for your e-certificates of this training program, this link has been shared in the chat box. So kindly go and fill in the Google form, and you'll be receiving the e-certificate. Already in the chat box it is there. The next classes will be resumed after this. All the teachers in charge for the feedback, please come to the staff room. Students have approached them. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.